Hello, children. Good morning to everyone. I hope you are all staying safely and watching all the videos and attending all the classes and studying properly. Keep doing it. Today we are going to learn science subject. We have completed 9 lessons. Do you all remember what was the previous lesson? We learnt about water in the previous lesson. Do you all remember? Yes. We learnt about uses of water and forms of water. What are the forms of water? The solid form, liquid form and gaseous form we learnt. And we learnt that clouds are tiny drops of water. Yes, these are all the things we learnt in the previous lessons. Okay, what are we going to learn today? That is something very important in our life. Can you tell what are the things we need to live on this world? We need food, water, air, shelter. All these things we need to live on this world. Okay. Without food, can we live? Yes, we can live without food for some days. Okay. Without water, can we live? We can live without water one day, not more than that. Okay. Without shelter, can we live? There are many people live on the roadside without shelter, right? Yes. Okay. Without air, can we live? No, we cannot live without air. Yes. So, today we are going to learn about air. This is what your lesson number 10 says about. We are going to learn about air. Okay. Now, we all need air to breathe, right? Yes, we all need air to breathe. What about plants and animals? Do they breathe? Yes, all living beings in this world breathe. So do plants and animals. Plants, animals, human beings, all living things breathe. So they all need air to breathe. Nothing can live in this world without breathing. So without breathing, nothing can live on this world. Understood, children? Yes, that is the main core point about this topic. Look at this. How do we breathe? We breathe in air through nostrils. Yes, we take in oxygen in the air and we give out carbon dioxide. We all know this concept of breathing, right? Yes. Next, look at this picture. What is this? This picture shows about swimming, a swimmer, right? What he is doing? This swimmer hold their head. Swimmers hold their head above the water. Why? So that they can breathe. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Swimmers hold their head above the water because they need to breathe. Okay. How long can you hold your breath? Can you imagine without breathing? Just check with your parents. Okay. You can close your nose with your fingers. Okay. And tell your mom or dad to count. You can hold your breath for 5 to 10 seconds. Not more than that. You will not be able to hold your breath. Okay. You can check with your parents. Look at this. How can you say that the air is surrounded us? The air is there surrounding us. Yes? Yes. Where is air? The air is everywhere. எங்க ஏர் இருக்கு? ஏர் எல்லா இடத்துலையும் இருக்கும். How can you say that எல்லா இடத்துலையும் இருக்குன்னு? Because we can see some things are flown away. Look at this. By looking at this picture, you can say that the wind is gentle, very gentle. When the wind is gentle, we call that as breeze. Okay, we call that as breeze. Can we see air? நம்மளால air பார்க்க முடியுமா? Or can we touch? Can we catch? No, we cannot see air, we cannot touch air, or we cannot catch it. Then how can you say that air is everywhere? You can feel it. Look at this picture. The kite is flying over, right? The kite is flying. What can you say by looking at this? The air is blowing. Because of wind only, the kite is flying in the sky. So you can feel the air that is surrounded. But you cannot see or you cannot touch. When the wind is blowing, you can feel it, or else you can see the trees that is moving here and there because of wind. From that only you can tell there is air, or whether the air is blowing very hard or very gentle. Like that you can differentiate. Okay, next, look at this picture. Take some soil in a glass jar. Okay, pour some water over it. Now you can see air bubbles in the water coming up. How? It shows that soil contains air. Tiny particles of air trapped in the soil escape when water is poured into the soil. Just you check out. Take a soil in a glass jar and pour some water over it. You can see some air bubbles are coming out from the soil. Because air particles are trapped in that soil, it will come out when you pour water over it. Have you understood, children? I hope you understood. You can see air bubbles when the empty glass. Take a bucket of water. You can take a glass and push the glass over the water, over the bucket of water. You can see air bubbles are coming out, which says that an empty space have air. Okay. Empty bottles, glasses, rooms, holes, ground, space between leaves and grass, everything surrounded by air. Okay. So air is everywhere. The empty space, the air occupies the empty space. Wherever the empty space, it occupies. Okay. Okay. Look at this picture. What is this? Here you have one picture. What is this? This is boiling water, right? The water is kept for boiling. Look carefully. You can see bubbles of air in the water, right? When water is heated, the air in the water comes out. This is what makes the bubbles. Okay, when you heat the water, what happens? This makes the bubbles. Okay, so look at this picture. When you boil water over the gas flame, what comes? The air bubbles you can see inside the water, right? So the water also have air. That air only coming out when you heat that water. Okay. After some time, the water will become warm, right? After some time. And you will see bubbles of air in the water also. Okay. So we have seen two experiments, soil experiment and the water boiling experiment. And another one also I told you. What is that? Take a bucket of water or else ஒரு பாத்திரத்தில் ஒரு தண்ணி, okay? Take a water and then take an empty glass and tilt the empty glass. Okay, tilt the empty glass inside the water. The air will come out. That is another experiment. Look at this. What is this? This picture shows that the wind is blowing very hardly, right? The wind is blowing very hardly. Why? This type of wind is called storm, right? When the wind blows very hard, that is called storm. So what is wind then? Moving air is called wind. Okay. The wind can do lot of things. It can make branches of trees sway. When the wind blows very hard, what happens? It can take out the branches. It can make the trees to fall down. All these things can happen when the wind blows very hard. Look at this picture. Moving air is called wind, I said, right? So these are the air bubbles in the water. Look at this picture. Put some blobs of paint on a piece of paper. Okay. Blobs means take drops. Paint. You have paint, right? That color blobs, take and put it on a piece of paper. Blow that blobs with the help of straw. Okay. Blow that blobs with the help of straw. When you blow that blobs, what happen? You will get a picture like this. You will get nice lovely patterns when you blow that color blobs with the help of straw. Okay, you can do it in the home and see how lovely patterns you get. Next, what about your birthday celebration? When you all celebrate your birthday, you will blow the candles, right? That shows that you push some air. Because of blowing air, the candles off, right? Yes, you can blow hard over a mug of water. That shows the water will make a wave, right? When you blow hard over a mug of water. Or else you can take some things like weightless things, paper pins or eraser papers, rubber bands, like that. You can put it on a table and you blow hard over that. Automatically that will fly away, right? It will sway. Have you understood what I'm telling? Okay. And check how many of these are flowing when you blow hard. Weightless things will definitely move when you blow hardly. The things which has more weight definitely will not move when you blow hard. நீங்கள் ஊதும்போது வெயிட்லெஸ்ஸாக இருக்கிற திங்ஸ் மூவ் ஆகும். வெயிட் அதிகமாக இருக்கிற திங்ஸ் will not மூவ் ஆகவே ஆகாது. Have you understood, children? So, and you can blow up a balloon and let out the air very slowly. Okay? And you can make a storm. How? You can ask your parent to do that. Table fan, you can use the table fan or vacuum cleaner or hair dryer. When you keep it very strong, what happens? You can make storms. Understood, children? Okay. Look at this picture. Can you see the wind is blowing in which direction? You can tell the way the wind is blowing by looking at the trees. Yes, you can tell the direction. From this direction, the wind is blowing. That is why the trees are swaying in this direction. Like that, you can find out the way how the wind is blowing. From which direction it is blowing. Okay. And another one simple activity you can do. What is this? Take a sand. When you visit beach or when you are at seashore, take some sand. Okay, take some sand, dry sand in your hand and make the sand to fall from your hand. What happens? The way the sand gets blown is the way the wind is moving. Okay, how? By looking at the sand falling from your hand, you can tell the direction of the wind from which side it is blowing. Have you all understood, children? Yes. So, what about um, important points? What are the important points we have learned in this lesson? Moving air is called wind, and the gentle wind is called breeze. Okay, when the wind blows very hard, that is called storm. This is what you have learned in this lesson. And other than that, we all need air to breathe. That is very important for the living beings, right? And what else we have learned in this lesson? The water has air, and the soil has air, and empty space has air, and we all surrounded by air, right? The wind can move many things, right? And we also blow air and move some things away, right? Weightless things we can move with blowing with our mouth. Have you all understood, children? Okay, these are all the important points we have learned from this lesson. I hope you have understood all these points and study. If you have any doubts, you can very well go through the slides again and understand. Okay, children? Okay. Thank you.